What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a testing makeup first impressions type of video. All the products that I'm using today are the products that I purchased in my previous Ulta haul, so go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so for my brows, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. brow pencil in the shade Taupe. I've never used this pencil before. I use their Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. I typically use their Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, so I just wanted to give this one a shot. Because this is the cheaper one. This one is $2 and the one that I typically use is $5, so if I can save a little money for like a similar product or a better product, that would be awesome. And I'm just going to fill in my brows and outline them with this today, because I don't have a new pomade. Off the bat, it seems really easy to apply. Okay, so that brow pencil is actually really nice and I really like it. So far I like it. First impression, it's pretty good. So next I'm going to go ahead and clean up the brows with the Catrice Camouflage Concealer. This is a 12-hour concealer, and I have this one in the shade, I don't know if it's just me, but I cannot find the shade on here, so I will definitely link it down below for you guys. But yeah, so I'm gonna just apply this on the back of my hand, and then I'll use a concealer brush like this one and just go around and clean up the brows. So far, I actually really like this concealer. But because it's so creamy, but I don't feel like I would use it again for my brows just because it's not thick enough for the brows. In my opinion, I typically like to use like a thicker concealer. Like you guys see, I usually use the NYX concealer in a jar, and that's a really thick formula, so it's really nice for cleaning up the brows. This one wasn't bad, but I wouldn't use it again for my brows. Okay, so I did not get a new eyeshadow palette, so I'm just gonna do my eyeshadow off camera, and then I'll come back and show you guys the eyeliner. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Alright guys, so the eyeshadow's all done, and now it's time to get a wing. So I'm going to be using this Essence eyeliner pen, and it's a nice felt tip liner. I'm excited to use this. It seems like it's going to be really good, so we'll see. Overall, the liner wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best. The tip on it is kind of stiff, so it's a little bit hard to do a wing. You would typically like something that's a little bit more flexible, but it wasn't too bad. And again, it is pretty, like, not super black. So, and again, it's not super black, so you may have to go over it a couple times to get it super black. But overall, it's not a horrible pen. And for a couple bucks, I mean, I think this is around like $5, so it's not too bad. Alright guys, so next is the best part. It's the face products. Next, I'm going to be going in with my Catrice Prime and Fine Anti-Shine Fixing Spray. So this is matte, of course, and I wanted something a little bit more matte for like the summertime, so I'm not like sweating my makeup off. So I'm just going to apply this to my entire face as a primer really quick. Oh my gosh, the spritzer on this is amazing. Oh my gosh, it's such a fine mist. I have an elf spray that's like sprays you right in the face. So that's actually pretty nice. I really like that. We'll see how it preps our skin today. Next, I'm going to be going in with my Essence Prime and Studio Mattifying Pore Minimizing Primer. So we're going to try this. And again, it's in the squeezy tube, and it is like a black type of primer, which is interesting. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply, I don't know how much to apply, like this much. That might be too much, but we'll see. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this in my T-zone. Look at it. Wherever I feel like I'm typically oily and I have the largest pores. This actually has a nice clean smell to it. Doesn't smell like chemically or anything, which I appreciate. And it feels really nice on the skin. I don't see anything like too crazy with like filling in the pores though. Primers are just one of those things that you kind of have to use a couple times to see if they work really well. But for my first impression, it looks nice on the skin, feels nice on the skin. So far, I like it. Alright, next it's time to get into this foundation. So this is the LA Girl Pro Matte HD Long Wear Matte Foundation. And I'm super excited to use this because it's like, the packaging is like high-end, and I feel like it's just gonna be really good. I'm gonna apply 2 pumps onto my sponge, and we'll see if we need more. Oops. Hopefully I didn't do too much. And we'll blend this into our skin, and hopefully it's a good shade because I am a little bit tanner, but if it's not, we can always make it work with bronzer. So we're not going to freak out about it. But they didn't have like a huge shade range in this. So, oh my gosh, it's too light. This will probably be a good shade for me in the winter time. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's like stark white. This one's in the shade Porcelain. But the shade above this online, it looked too dark for me. Girl, this is way too light. I hope my concealer matches this okay. It's not going to. It says medium to full coverage, and it's a smooth long wear suede finish. I've been like talking about being tan, and now like this has made me look so pale. Oh my gosh, this does not look good at all. I look so like ghostly white. Ugh. I usually am like lucky, and I usually get like my perfect shade and things when I go online. Like in the e.l.f. foundation, like boom, I got like my first like perfect shade the first time that I bought it. But that's because e.l.f. is really nice. Like tells you like it's very light. It tells you what undertone it has. Like they're just killing it. And I see a little bit of redness peeking through, so I'm gonna try and see if it's buildable. So I'm gonna try and build it up a little bit because it claims to be buildable, but we'll see about that. It is definitely matte. Definitely matte. You guys, I cannot believe how light this is. This will actually be pretty good probably when I'm like my fairest in the winter time. So I might keep it. And if I can make it work today, I could probably use it in the summer. But girl, I'm just not seeing it. Like look at it compared to my neck. Like my neck and like chest is pretty pale. but this foundation makes me look tan. Oh my goodness. So it covered it up, most of my redness. So I would say it's like a medium to buildable foundation, not super full coverage right off the bat. Let's just get on into this concealer because, so I'm using the same concealer that I used earlier, and again, I don't know the shade, but we'll see how it looks under our under eyes. This concealer is darker than the foundation. Ugh! You guys, this is a tragedy. I'm gonna try and balance out the color by kind of highlighting, but this is a tragedy. This concealer smells like, I don't know, it has a weird scent to it. It's kind of smells a little chemically. I should have gotten like a colored powder because it would have balanced this out a little bit. But I got a translucent powder, yay me. This concealer is blending out really easily on a good note. I'm so upset that I did not get a good shade in the foundation. I thought it was going to be a good shade. The coverage is actually pretty good. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm going to read and see if they have the claims on this. It says, liquid high coverage and ultra long lasting concealer. I agree with the full coverage aspect. I don't know if it'll be long lasting because I have to test it. But this actually looks pretty good. I actually like this concealer. And it blended pretty well with the foundation. I feel like it might have balanced it out a little bit. I don't know. I still look super white compared to normal, which is kind of upsetting me a little bit. But we're going to make it work, I promise. I just have to keep telling myself that because this is a tragedy. Alright, and then I have a liquid highlighter that I'm going to use. This is the Wet n Wild Hello Hello liquid highlighter. So I'm actually going to put this on the high points of my cheeks before we put on any powders. So I'm just going to do like 3 dots like that. I hope that's not too much. We'll see though. When I swatched this, it was literally so beautiful. I was so impressed when I swatched this. You know we like to glow over here. And I feel like this is going to look really natural. You could just wear this on its own. But of course I'm going to add a powder highlight over top. But this looks really natural. Look at that. Super pretty. Okay, so now it's time to put on our face powder. So I'm just gonna go in with the Catrice Cosmetics Prime and Fine Mattifying Powder. And this one is the translucent version. Like I said that weird, translucent version today. And I'm gonna use this to set my entire face, like my under eyes and everything. This is what it looks like. I didn't have a loose powder, a new one, so I didn't want to I just wanted to use this all over my face today. So I'm going to set my under eyes. And this has claims that it's waterproof. So I'm excited to like test that out. I'm not going to test that out today because I can't really test that out. I'm not doing too much today. Like I'm not sweating a bunch. Like if I were going to the gym, I could test it out. But I don't like wearing a bunch of makeup to the gym anyway because I feel like it's so gross. This is definitely a matte powder. Look at that. It doesn't feel really drying though, so maybe if you have dry skin, you could even make this work. But, I mean, you would have to test it out for yourself if you can handle products like this. It looks pretty good. It doesn't look super powdery either. I actually really like that. It covers up my acne. That doesn't look bad. So far, I like this. We'll see if it lasts all day. But so far, so good. Alright, you guys, so next is bronzer, and we're going to be bronzing the heck out of our face today. So this bronzer better be good. So this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer. This one's in the shade Ticket to Brazil. So, Originally, my first thoughts were that it looks pretty light for a bronzer for me, but we have a light face on today, so we're gonna make it work. And I also thought it was pretty warm for a bronzer. It's showing up, it's showing up. Hopefully this foundation will actually oxidize a little bit. As much as I hate to say, like, I hate oxidizing foundations typically, but hopefully, I'm just hoping this one does because it's looking real white. This bronzer is actually very, very pigmented. I'm very surprised, pleasantly surprised. However, I'm not tapping off the excess because, again, I really wanted to bronze this up today because, let's face it, it's very, very light compared to my tan skin. So I don't know what would happen if I actually tapped off the excess. Alright, you guys, so I'm liking that bronzer. We can add more later if I still feel like I'm looking a little bit pale. But next it's time to get into blush. And today I'm using the Catrice Cosmetics Blush Blacks in the shade Glistening Pink. And when I swatched this, it literally looks so beautiful. So I'm really excited to use it. I'm just going in with a stippling brush. And I'm gonna rose up those cheeks. Ooh, look at that. It's a really pretty shade. Stunning. I love this. And then I mix it in with my bronzer a little. This is really pretty. It's like definitely like a pinky shade, but it's very wearable. I really like that. Alright, girl, next it's time for highlights. I'm going to be going in with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. And this one is in the shade Golden Flower Crown. Just look at that stunning color. So pretty. I don't know how well it's going to look with this fair foundation today, but we're going to try it. Such a pretty highlight so far. Very beaming. It looks good, like above the liquid highlighter that we used. I'm so impressed. It's a little powdery, but it's a very nice blinding highlight. I'm also just going to apply a little bit of this to the inner corner of my eye, just to make it really pop in there. It goes good with the gold eye look I have going on. This shade actually looks pretty good on me, even though I'm not super tan, so I'm actually really pleased with that. It's super pretty. Love that. Okay, so next is time, I'm just going to do my lips. So for my lip liner, I'm actually going to go in with the NYX retractable liner in the shade Pinky Beige. That's what it looks like. And I'm just going to outline my lips really quick. Alright guys, so that is like a very baby pink type of lip liner. So I'm hoping that the lip color will kind of cancel it out a little bit and make it a little bit more nude. So I'm going to be going in with the Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit. And this one's in the shade Nudist Peach. And this is a matte lipstick. I'm not going to layer it too much because I've heard that these can kind of crumble. So we're going to be careful today. They totally do not match. Ugh. It's okay, I'll go in with a different lip liner around it because this does not match. This is a really pretty shade though. I really like it. The wand on this is very flexible, and that is something that I appreciate because it makes it easy to really get in close to the edges of your mouth. I really like that. And I'm gonna do a new lip liner because that is horrible. So I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner, and this one is in the shade Flesh, and I'm just going to go around that area. Around the perimeter of my mouth. That looks pretty good. We'll see if it dries down matte, but so far looks pretty good. I really like this shade, especially with this look. I feel like, I don't know, like a neutral eye with like this lip looks so good in my opinion. Alright guys, so it's time to finish the lash line. So I'm just going to go ahead and put on the LA Girl Ultimate Eye Retractable Liner. This one's in the shade Black Brown, and I'm just going to pop this in my waterline. I'm sorry if I'm like leaning over, my mirror is like right here. Very pigmented liner and easy to kind of just glide on. Very pretty. I really like this color. It's like almost black but not quite. I feel like it really completes the look very nicely. Alright guys, so the lip has officially dried down and I really like it. It's a really comfortable matte. It's not like super crumbly or anything. I think it really looks really good too. Alright guys, so all we have left to do is my lashes, and I didn't get any new lash products. So I'm just going to pop those on really quick and I'll be right back. Alright you guys, so lashes are on, and I did finish up my lower lashes by putting on some shadow underneath there. So all we have left to do is spray our face and we'll be all set. And I'm using the Catrice Prime and Fine Fixing Mist again. Alright guys, so this is the completed look. Just to give you guys a little bit of a rundown, I'm going to start with products that I didn't like. So right off the bat, I wasn't a huge fan of this NYX retractable lip liner. Not because of the formula. The formula is really great. I think I like the red one that I got, but this shade is just too pinky for me. I would not wear like a normal like this pink of a lip on a daily, so I'll pass on this color. But the formula I actually really like. It's really creamy and it doesn't break, and I like it, but I dislike it. You know what I mean? I also wasn't a huge fan of this Essence eyeliner pen. The felt tip is nice to have, and like a pen liner is like a really nice idea to have, but this for me wasn't super flexible, so it's a little bit harder to do the wing. And it's not super black like I would like. I don't know if you guys can tell, but like compared to my like mascara, it's definitely like more of like a grayish color. So that's why I'm just not like a huge fan of it, but it's a great idea and I'll probably still use this because it wasn't horrible. It just isn't my favorite. And I actually am really liking this foundation off the bat. The only thing that I don't like about it is the shade on me. I made it work with bronzer and stuff, but this is not my perfect shade, obviously. I would need to go up a shade. So that's just why it's not my favorite right now, but I'm sure I'll actually really like this. It's actually really looking really beautiful on the skin. It is a matte foundation, so if you have dry skin, it probably wouldn't be the best foundation for you, but I actually really like this. Other standout products were this liquid highlight. This is so amazing, and I think it just looks so pretty on the skin even without the highlight on top of it. But that highlight I need to mention too because this is really pretty, and this combo is everything. Alright guys, so that was just like a little rundown on the products. I mostly liked everything that I tried. There were only like 2 misses, so everything else was a hit. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in a couple days in my next one.